Conscious Astrology, Planets in Krittika Nakshatra in Taurus. Hi, and welcome to the Consciousness Podcast, where we explore ways to empower the human personality by combining neuroscience and astrology. In this episode, we continue our journey into conscious astrology, focusing on how to balance the dynamic interplay between cosmic energies and personal growth to better understand and harness the unique energies of the 27 lunar mansions. Today, we delve into Krittika Nakshatra, harmonized with the stable and grounded energy of Taurus, exploring its polarizing principles and strategies for conscious balance to restore holistic well-being. Overview of Krittika Nakshatra. Krittika Nakshatra, governed by the sun and symbolized by a sharp blade, represents precision, clarity, and transformation. When placed in Taurus, ruled by Venus, Krittika combines the sun's illuminating power with Taurus's grounding influence, fostering traits of determination, refinement, and stability. However, its polarizing principles can manifest as rigidity, overindulgence, or difficulty adapting to change. By applying conscious balance strategies, individuals can harmonize Krittika's sharp focus with Taurus's nurturing energy for personal growth and fulfillment. Planetary energies and strategies for conscious balance. Sun in Krittika, polarizing principle, pride, overbearing ego versus leadership, grounded guidance. Conscious balance, temper the sun's fiery ambition with Taurus's stability, fostering balanced and inclusive leadership. Practice humility by recognizing and valuing the contributions of others in collaborative efforts. Moon in Krittika, polarizing principle, emotional rigidity versus emotional nurturing. Conscious balance, soften emotional intensity with Taurus's grounding energy through mindful practices such as journaling or spending time in nature. Channel emotional clarity into creating supportive and harmonious relationships. Mars in Krittika, polarizing principle, aggressive determination versus constructive discipline. Conscious balance, utilize Mars's energy for disciplined action, focusing on goals that integrate Taurus's emphasis on stability and beauty. Balance high-energy pursuits with restorative practices to maintain sustained progress. Mercury in Krittika, polarizing principle, critical thinking versus constructive expression. Conscious balance, use Taurus's patience to refine Mercury's sharp communication, ensuring clarity without harshness. Engage in creative outlets such as writing or design to channel mental energy productively. Jupiterizing principle, excessive idealism versus practical wisdom. Conscious balance, align Jupiter's expansive energy with Taurus's practicality to create achievable and meaningful goals. Use Krittika's precision to guide others with balanced, service-oriented wisdom. Venus in Krittika, polarizing principle, overindulgence versus refined creativity. Conscious balance, channel Venus's love for beauty into meaningful artistic or aesthetic projects that reflect Taurus's grounding essence. Balance personal desires with acts of generosity to nurture meaningful relationships and connections. Saturn in Krittika, polarizing principle, stubborn rigidity versus steady growth. Conscious balance, embrace Saturn's discipline while integrating Taurus's adaptable nature, easing resistance to change. Focus on building a solid foundation for long-term success without becoming overly rigid. Rahu in principle, perfectionism versus inspired innovation. Conscious balance. Balance Rahu's obsession with Taurus's patience to avoid burnout from over-perfectionism. Use Rahu's unconventional energy to innovate within stable frameworks, fostering creative breakthroughs. Ketu in Krittika, polarizing principle, detached criticism versus spiritual precision. Conscious balance, utilize Ketu's detachment for introspective practices, fostering clarity and spiritual growth. Combine precision with compassion to offer constructive feedback that supports growth and harmony. Conscious integration for Krittika Nakshatra in Taurus. Balancing precision with nurturing. Use Krittika's sharp focus to refine creative and material pursuits, ensuring outcomes align with Taurus's stable and grounded energy. Harmonizing ambition with patience. Blend Krittika's drive for achievement with Taurus's steady persistence for sustainable success. Embracing transformation with stability. Leverage Krittika's transformative energy to innovate while maintaining the grounding essence of Taurus. cultivating emotional and creative resilience. Harness Taurus's nurturing qualities to channel Krittika's intensity into emotionally fulfilling and creatively impactful endeavors. Closing thoughts. Krittika Nakshatra in Taurus embodies the fusion of sharp precision and grounded stability, offering the potential for profound transformation and creative expression. By addressing its polarizing principles with conscious balance strategies, individuals can channel its energy into meaningful achievements and personal growth. This alignment unlocks Krittika's highest potential as a force for leadership, refinement, and holistic well-being. Thank you for joining us on the Consciousness Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into conscious astrology and its transformative applications. Until next time, stay attuned to the cosmos and live consciously. Conscious Astrology, planets in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra in Virgo. Hi, and welcome to the Consciousness Podcast, where we explore ways to empower the human personality by combining neuroscience and astrology. In this episode, we continue our journey into conscious astrology, focusing on how to balance the dynamic interplay between cosmic energies and personal growth to better understand and harness the unique energies of the 27 lunar mansions. Today, we delve into Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, enriched by the analytical and service-oriented energy of Virgo, exploring its polarizing principles and strategies for conscious balance to restore holistic well-being. Overview of Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, ruled by the sun and symbolized by a bed or the back legs of a cot, represents responsibility, generosity, and the establishment of enduring commitments. When placed in Virgo, governed by Mercury, Uttara Phalguni blends the sun's leadership qualities with Virgo's analytical and detail-oriented nature, fostering traits of disciplined service, intellectual precision, and long-term planning. However, its polarizing principles can manifest as perfectionism, overcritical tendencies, or rigidity in relationships and goals. By applying conscious balance strategies, Uttara Phalguni natives can align their leadership energy with adaptability and service for holistic growth and fulfillment. Planetary energies and strategies for conscious balance. Sun in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, overbearing perfectionism versus enlightened leadership. Conscious balance, lead with clarity and purpose, inspiring others through a balance of vision and adaptability. Temper critical tendencies with humility and encouragement, fostering collaboration and mutual respect. Moon in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, emotional rigidity versus nurturing precision. Conscious balance, use emotional intelligence to create supportive environments that promote mutual growth. Practice self-care to balance nurturing roles with personal emotional needs, avoiding burnout. Mars in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, rigid action versus purposeful discipline. Conscious balance, direct Mars's drive into structured and meaningful efforts that align with Virgo's focus on service and practicality. Balance assertiveness with patience, ensuring actions are measured and impactful. Mercury, polarizing principle, overanalysis versus insightful communication. Conscious balance, use Mercury's intellect to communicate ideas with clarity and empathy, fostering understanding and collaboration. Engage in thoughtful dialogue and reflective writing to channel analytical energy productively. Jupiter in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, over-idealism versus grounded wisdom. Conscious balance, align Jupiter's expansive vision with Virgo's practicality, ensuring goals are both inspiring and actionable. Mentor others with a balance of optimism and practicality, encouraging balanced and sustainable growth. Venus in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, critical relationships versus harmonious connection. Conscious balance, channel Venus's appreciation for beauty and harmony into building meaningful and supportive relationships. Balance high expectations with acts of kindness and understanding to deepen emotional bonds. Saturn in Uttara Phalguni principle, rigid responsibility versus structured growth. Conscious balance, use Saturn's discipline to establish routines that support long-term success and emotional stability. Balance structure with flexibility, allowing for adaptability in relationships and pursuits. Rahu in Uttara principle, obsessive precision versus inspired innovation. Conscious balance, ground Rahu's intense focus in practical applications, ensuring efforts align with collective benefit and personal growth. Use Rahu's unconventional energy to innovate within service-oriented or intellectual pursuits, fostering progress. Ketu in Uttara Phalguni, polarizing principle, detached criticism versus spiritual insight. Conscious balance, channel Ketu's introspective nature into reflective practices that enhance self-awareness and spiritual growth. Balance detachment with practical actions that contribute to both personal and societal improvement. Conscious integration for Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra in Virgo, balancing precision with flexibility. Use Uttara Phalguni's disciplined energy to refine creative and practical pursuits while remaining open to adaptation and growth. Harmonizing leadership with service. Align the Sun's leadership qualities with Virgo's focus on service, fostering impactful contributions and meaningful connections. Embracing discipline with adaptability. Combine Saturn's structured approach with Virgo's adaptability to build sustainable goals and relationships. Fostering emotional and intellectual resilience. Channel analytical energy into nurturing relationships and fostering growth, both for self and others. Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra in Virgo embodies the harmonious blend of disciplined service and intellectual precision, offering the potential for meaningful contributions, lasting relationships, and personal evolution. By addressing its polarizing principles with conscious balance strategies, individuals can channel its energy into impactful leadership, harmonious collaborations, and holistic well-being. This alignment unlocks Uttara Phalguni's highest potential as a force for resilience, responsibility, and transformative growth. Thank you for joining us on the Consciousness Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into conscious astrology and its transformative applications. Until next time, stay attuned to the cosmos and live consciously. Conscious Astrology, planets in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra in Capricorn. Hi, and welcome to the Consciousness Podcast, where we explore ways to empower the human personality by combining neuroscience and astrology. In this episode, we continue our journey into conscious astrology, focusing on how to balance the dynamic interplay between cosmic energies and personal growth to better understand and harness the unique energies of the 27 lunar mansions. Today, we delve into Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, harmonized with the disciplined and ambitious energy of Capricorn, exploring its polarizing principles and strategies for conscious balance to restore holistic well-being. Overview of Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, ruled by the sun and symbolized by an elephant's tusk, represents victory, responsibility, and the establishment of enduring success. When placed in Capricorn, governed by Saturn, Uttara Ashadha merges the sun's leadership qualities with Capricorn's structured ambition and resilience, fostering traits of integrity, determination, and the drive to achieve long-lasting goals. However, its polarizing principles can manifest as rigidity, self-righteousness, or an overemphasis on control. By applying conscious balance strategies, Uttara Ashadha natives can align their ambition and leadership with humility, emotional intelligence, and adaptability for holistic growth and fulfillment. Planetary energies and strategies for conscious balance. Sun in Uttara Ashadha. Polarizing principle, authoritarian leadership versus empowering guidance. Conscious balance. Lead with purpose and humility, using Capricorn's grounded nature to inspire collaboration and shared success. Balance personal ambition with empathy and service, creating trust and fostering teamwork. Moon, polarizing principle, emotional rigidity versus emotional resilience. Conscious balance. Cultivate emotional strength by building supportive routines and connections that promote self-care and stability. Practice mindfulness and self-compassion to soften emotional defenses and embrace vulnerability as a strength. Polarizing principle, aggressive persistence versus purposeful action. Conscious balance. Channel Mars' dynamic energy into strategic efforts that align with long-term goals and personal integrity. Balance assertiveness with patience, ensuring actions remain thoughtful and constructive. Mercury in Uttara Ashadha, polarizing principle, overcritical thinking versus insightful communication. Conscious balance. Use Mercury's intellect to articulate ideas with clarity and empathy, fostering thoughtful conversations. Engage in reflective practices, such as journaling or collaborative dialogue, to encourage understanding and connection. Jupiter in Uttara Ashadha, polarizing principle, dogmatic beliefs versus grounded wisdom. Conscious balance. Align Jupiter's expansive vision with Capricorn's practicality to foster realistic and impactful aspirations. Mentor others with balanced guidance, combining inspiration with actionable advice to support collective growth. Venus in Uttara Ashadha, polarizing principle, detached interaction versus meaningful connection. Conscious balance. Use Venus's appreciation for harmony to nurture authentic relationships built on trust and respect. Balance social charm with emotional vulnerability to foster deeper connections and understanding. Saturn in Uttara Ashadha, polarizing principle, rigid responsibility versus purposeful discipline. Use Saturn's discipline to create supportive routines that promote long-term success and personal growth. Balance structure with flexibility, allowing for creativity, adaptation, and emotional exploration. Rahu in Uttara, polarizing principle, obsessive drive for success versus inspired innovation. Conscious balance, ground Rahu's ambitious energy in Capricorn's steady focus, ensuring pursuits align with ethical values and meaningful goals. Use Rahu's unconventional creativity to innovate in leadership, strategic planning, or problem solving while maintaining mindfulness. Ketu in Uttara Ashadha, polarizing principle, detached isolation versus spiritual commitment. Conscious balance. Channel Ketu's introspection into spiritual practices that foster self-awareness and resilience. Balance detachment with active engagement in meaningful projects and relationships, creating purpose-driven connections. Conscious integration for Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra in Capricorn. Balancing power with responsibility. Use Uttara Ashadha's resilience and determination to lead with integrity. Balancing ambition with compassion and collaboration. Harmonizing structure with flexibility. Align Saturn's structured approach with the Sun's visionary leadership to achieve sustainable success. Embracing leadership with humility. Combine Uttara Ashadha's drive for victory with emotional intelligence and empathy, fostering harmonious relationships. Fostering emotional and spiritual resilience. Channel Uttara Ashadha's disciplined energy into reflective practices that nurture self-awareness, wisdom, and emotional strength. Closing thoughts. Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra in Capricorn embodies the essence of perseverance, leadership, and spiritual growth, offering the potential for impactful contributions, personal mastery, and long-lasting success. By addressing its polarizing principles with conscious balance strategies, individuals can channel its energy into self-empowerment, meaningful relationships, and holistic well-being. This alignment unlocks Uttara Ashadha's highest potential as a force for truth, purpose, and transformative leadership. Thank you for joining us on the Consciousness Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into conscious astrology and its transformative applications. Until next time, stay attuned to the cosmos and live consciously.